Hey YouTube, Texas Blades here. My buddy contacted me last night and asked me to draw up some rough designs that we could play with in the future and see what we could, see if we can make something out of them. And he wanted a straight blade, a Tanto, and then some hunting knives and a neck knife. Now, I don't know anything about Tantos, I don't know anything about straight blades, so you'll have to bear with me on this. I am an amateur, he's a professional, so, they may not be up to par, but, it's what I did. You can see this one is just ugly as sin. It'll probably never get made. Actually, the three on this page will probably never get made. This one right here, I kind of went for like a black powder pistol look, something like that, and those would be the straight blades. I have another one drawn up just like this one, just longer. These are kind of like just little pocket knives, but they're not folders. They would be, fixed blade, full tang knives. This one right here, I don't like the blade on it, but I do like the handle. It's just like a little hunting knife. I don't know if you would consider that a clip point or drop point or whatever. It's almost a straight blade, just, I think a clip point drops off gradually, and I think a drop point drops off suddenly or something. I don't know. I'd have to look in the book that he sent me and see what it says, because that's where I'm at right now. But that's what I came up with first, and I didn't really like it, so I started working on neck knives, and again, did a straight razor in the same concept. That's the longer one I was talking about there. That's, a pretty good size knife. I have pretty good sized hands as well, so I have huge hands actually. But this one's just a little bit longer, so it's the same concept as the other one I showed. And then I started working on some neck knives, and again, that's just ugly. Really shouldn't even be on here. I'm just gonna send it anyway. That one I like. I'm actually in the process of making one out of a file, a nice thick one that I'm gonna keep for myself. I was gonna use it as a template, but we're gonna cut templates out of some stainless I have. This one will most certainly be made. I emailed him a picture of it and he enjoyed it. And I like this blade with this kind of handle. It would just have to be a little thicker up top. So I'm actually kind of working on them right now. You can see this one's this one. I did have to, or actually it's this one with this handle, same concept anyway. I did have to trim them up a little bit because of a file's only so thick. So, and this one right here I haven't started on yet. You can see this one, it's got soapstone on it. It's actually been marked out, and I'm doing a video on it that'll be posted soon. So, another custom neck knife, whatever. And again, these are my practice videos, by the way. I'm not a professional by any means, like I said before, so it's a learning curve. Now that's just pitiful, but that's what I came up with for a Tanto. I don't like the blade, I don't like the handle, so that's just all I can come up with. I don't know much about the blades at all. I know this handle, this needs to come further down and further in, and then the middle bulge needs to start about right here and come around, something like that. That's just not, the handle's not set up right, and then the blade's just ugly. I kind of just went off of what I've seen about them, and I own one little one, Smith & Wesson one, that I did a review on, and kind of just went off those and went with them. Now this one right here I do like. This would be kind of like a hunting knife, good hunting knife. So this one right here, I went with the same concept, made it a little bit shorter, and you can tell it would still be a nice size knife, nice and thick. and I like the curve of it, the way, it curves from handle to tip. It has the same curve throughout the whole thing. You can see this one kind of just straightens out. It's just not as nice of a looking knife. The blade don't look as as good. So again, I just revamped off this picture and remade it. And if we ever make the knife, it'll be tweaked again. I'm sure the handle will be probably thinner and shorter a little bit. I have big hands, like I said, and you can see how big that handle would be. So for a smaller handed person, it would be a big handle. These are the skinners I was playing with. I like skinning knives, and this one I don't like the blade on it. It should have came straight down right here and maybe dropped down a little bit, kind of like this one. I like this swoop right here. I think this is my favorite one so far. I don't like this handle, and this is one I've been trying to work with, like coming up with kind of a design that's the ultimate, field knife for skinning. When you're butchering it, field dressing an animal, you usually have, 4 knives, a saw. I actually carry a small set of bolt cutters when we're deer hunting, just to, lob the legs off. So I was trying to think of something that I could use. You could hold it up here and use it as a skinner. You can hold it at the handle and, hack through bone with it, and at least replace 3 of those items with one. But I think my ultimate goal would be to make just one blade that could do it all, Of course, that's probably everybody's ultimate goal in making a knife for that situation. But I like this one the best. I think it looks the best. So if we ever make one, and remember, just skinner blades are expensive to make because they're so wide. The wider your bar stock is, the more you're going to pay for it. So some of this stuff just isn't really practical to make and actually make money off of them. So these are essentially the same knife. Just the handles are a little bit different on them. I like the handles being longer on a knife that you're actually going to use for bushcraft or something like that. Now, if this was a bushcraft knife, it would just have a grind on it. It wouldn't be a hollow grind. It wouldn't be, the bevel wouldn't be so high. It would be down low. But I just drew it in just kind of to show where it should be. If it's a cutting utensil and a chopping utensil is 2 different things. A bushcraft knife should be bulky on the back. You should be able to hit on it. A knife that you use for hunting should be something that cuts very well and holds an edge for a long time. So these would be more hunting knives, and they could go bushcraft just by changing up the bevel. But I like these. They're all kind of the same. Some of them are a little bit different. The blades are a little bit longer. That's just how I drew them. It was draw them out in pencil and erase 100 times and just keep going until you get it, and then draw it out in ink and then trace it onto a piece of paper, and that's how I did all my drawings. And these, you can see, I actually had to tape in place because I was just using scrap paper to trace them after I drew them. So now this next thing, I was kind of just playing around, being kind of an idiot, and I was looking at a video that a guy did the other day. I think it was Prepared Mind 01 or whatever, one of them guys, and it was a tool that this company's making that, well, I'll show you. It's just like this, except theirs is connected all the way through, and it's, a little bit smaller. But I thought it was just really neat because you could, this handle wouldn't be on here. It would be just paracord wrap. And you could take that paracord and wrap it around a, nice hunk of limb, and you have yourself a hatchet. Or, small axe, large hatchet, whatever you want to call it. But he put it through the test, and it was a pretty cool little thing. It was made out of stainless. I would want it made out of 1095 high carbon, but it would be really expensive. You would have to have plate steel, and it would be hard to work with as well, to be able to get all your grinds right in it. I mean, it would just be really hard to make. So this is something that'll probably never get made. I'll probably just go and buy the tool from the company that actually makes it, and you know, play with theirs. It comes out straight right here, and it comes out kind of like a old school axe head. You know, bulges out right here, and then it comes back in, and then you have your handle. But it was just a really neat looking tool, and mine at first I came up through here and it was just straight and straight, but then I thought, you know, if I don't have this piece connected back here, the blade actually connected back to the handle, then it would be putting a lot of stress right here and on the neck, you know, right here. So I kind of just thickened it up a little bit and brought it back around, and I don't know, just trying something new. So, like I said, this one will probably never get made. Probably, maybe one of two of these would probably actually get made, and the neck knives are going to be the ones I'll make for now. That's what I'm going to practice on. If I mess up a piece of metal or a piece of steel this big, then I'm not too worried about it. And right now I'm just working with files on them. I'm just showing how to make your own knives out of files. We made a hunting knife not too long ago, a Bushcraft knife that's on my other channel, and now we're going to be making these. And you can see, if I get a nice size chunk of bar stock, I could actually widen them back out a little bit and get them close together and cut them out of the same piece of steel. It would just be, you know, pain in the butt to get around everything like that. So I don't know, we'll see. We'll be making some videos on these, this one soon. This one's already in the process. As soon as we get half-ass done with the knife, we'll bring it out and do a video, or upload the video. Thanks for watching, YouTube.